What is the current Philippine context or situation in relation to care for God's creation?
I think in the Philippine context.
In the Philippine context.
I think that there is much more. How would you say this? There's much more knowledge about preserving God's creation, and especially in environmental conservation. However, half of the population doesn't think of it the same way, because they still end up throwing rubbish around and basically polluting God's creation.
What do you think are the lights and shadows that you can identify in our present situation?
Lights and shadows. I think for the lights, there's much more obligation. There's much more knowledge, because a lot of people know more. Like I said earlier, a lot of people know more about environmental conservation, and there's people like Gina Lopez who promotes conservation of our resources in the Philippines. So yeah, and for the darks, personally I think it's the people's problem. The people who live in the city, I think it's their problem, because they are educated. However, they still end up throwing rubbish around and not in the correct bins that are designated for rubbish.
So, what do you think are the possible reasons behind the current situation in the social? What are the possible reasons behind the current situation or issues in care for God's creation?
What are the possible causes?
Possible reasons behind the current situation or issues.
Uneducated people. People aren't being told off by the authority as well, because there are some authoritative figures that promote conservation of the environment and recycling and taking care of the world, let's say. However, like I said again earlier, back to my point, is that some of them are not educated, and they still choose to do what they want to do, which is just throwing rubbish and candy wrappers and plastic bags around. And, yeah.
So, what do you think are the causes of the lights and shadows that we mentioned in the first one?
Kapo muna.
Social teaching of the church say about the issues you have mentioned and what is being demanded of us as Christians or believers of God.
I think it was said in the book of Genesis that God created the world and basically the earth and its resources for man to use it as a source of their everyday living. And as God's stewards and stewardesses, we are told by God to take care of it in every little way.
What must be done so that we can positively respond to the demand of the social teaching of the church?
Personally, I think what has to be done is that people need to be more educated and about conservation and care for God's creation. I also think that the church should talk about conserving God's creation, and I think authorities should also do their job in disseminating information for conserving the environment and the earth. And yeah, I think that's it.
So thank you, Kenji, for answering some of our questions.